Commercials. They make us buy things. But things change over time, and so do commercials. That is why today I'm going to be watching commercials from each decade to see which generation was the best at making us buy things. Let's kick it off with the 40s.
America runs on Bulova time.
That's it. I mean, I feel like they should have known that they were the first commercial to ever go on TV and done something just a little bit more interesting than that. It was a historic moment, and it was America runs on Bulova time. That was a five words. I'm watching it again.
America runs on Bulova time.
Bulova. Oh, I guess it's Bulova, not yeah, that makes sense. I've called it Bulova all this time. It was my first watch. Okay, I'm gonna be scoring these. I'm gonna have a little notepad. I'm gonna be scoring these commercials, and then I'm gonna give an average for the entire decade, giving a grade as to how good I thought they were at advertising and making us buy stuff, because that's the point of these commercials, is to make us buy stuff. Bulova, you got a 1.
No, don't do it.
No, I'll give them a 2. All right, next up we have Coca-Cola. I have high hopes for Coca-Cola. I feel like they've done a great job of advertising in present day, but let's see where they started.
Now you sit right down here, and don't you touch anything. All right, Mama.
So far, so good on the acting of the little girl. I always wondered how they got kids to act and not just run amok, because all the kids that I've seen just run amok and cause chaos. She's trying to steal a Coca-Cola.
Hello, Mary. Why, what's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here waiting for my mother.
How about a bottle of Coca-Cola?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tompkins.
Plot twist, Mr. Tompkins did not work there. He's just walking up to little girls and helping them steal Coke. What? He's helping little girls steal Coca-Cola, that way he could help himself to one. I'm looking up to see if in the 1940s, was Coca-Cola still using their special recipe, or had they finally moved on from that? So let's find out. So Coca-Cola stopped using the special ingredient, what is it from the Powerpuff Girls? They stopped using it in 1903, so that little girl wasn't in any danger. All right, so for the Coca-Cola commercial from the 1940s, I'm gonna have to give them, I feel like it was better than the Bulova commercial. Bulova, you had no excuse. Coca-Cola, that was their first commercial, and they did just fine. They said more than 5 words. And for that, I'm gonna give it a 5. I will take into account how they didn't have as much creative commercials to compare to, so they get a 5 out of 10. Okay, next up we have Band-Aid commercial from the 1940s.
Look, here is the new Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick. It sticks better than any other bandage. The proof? Take a dry egg at room temperature. Touch the egg with any other bandage. Brand X, brand Y, brand Z. Not one sticks. But a Band-Aid plastic strip with new Super Stick
No way.
sticks instantly. Watch it again in slow motion. No pressure, yet we can lift the egg, even boil it. And the Band-Aid plastic strip never comes loose.
Is that true?
Maybe you don't want to broil eggs this way, but you do want the extra protection of Band-Aid plastic strips. They take better care of little cuts and scratches. They stay put.
Yes, even in hot, soapy dishwater. Neat, fresh-colored, almost invisible. Band-Aid plastic strips with new Super Stick stick better than any other bandage. Made only by Johnson & Johnson, the most trusted name in surgical dressings. Be sure you get Band-Aid plastic strips.
Give me 1 second. We got a Band-Aid, an egg, and then brand X. Now, I do this weird thing where I refrigerate my eggs, so this egg is cold. They said room temp egg. I hope it's okay that I'm not using room temp. Okay, I think I should start with brand X. Okay, Here we go. Just slides against it. I just press it. Even if I press it. I thought this might happen. It must be the cold egg. But you know, that is brand X. That is not Band-Aid brand. Here we go. Moment of truth. It's trying.
Nope.
Nope. What if I stick it?
Nope.
Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this egg aside. If it can get to room temp by the time I'm done filming, at the end, I'll give it another shot. Band-Aid brand, you get, I'll give that a 7. I think that was pretty good. Stickiness is the main thing that you're concerned with Band-Aids. They covered my main concern, and they did it in a creative way with an egg. 1940s, you got a total score of 4.6 out of 10. That's failing. You didn't do great. But let's see if the 1950s learned from the 1940s and were able to create some better commercials.
You know, there are lots of activities going on about this season of the year. The one you'll find uppermost in the minds of most high school students, especially toward the end of any week, is football. And the night before the big game, there's generally a rally. Ice-cold Coca-Cola will be a mighty welcome sight when you return. You know, it's a good idea to keep plenty of Coke on ice all the time. Coca-Cola has a distinctive flavor, all its own. A flavor that has never been equaled. The bright, bracing flavor of Coke is always welcome. It's a flavor that has made Coca-Cola the most asked-for soft drink in the world.
I feel like I'm at an assembly. This guy is just dragging on for so long. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this commercial and then I'm gonna give them the rating.
Have a Coke.
Terrible. I don't want to buy the product because I felt like I was in a lecture and it wasn't fun. So Coca-Cola, you somehow went downhill. You got a 1 out of 10 on this one. That's the worst score we've seen so far. All right, Skippy peanut butter, and then we'll do one more. Come on. Mr. Clean.
Situation urgent. Dirt to the left. Dirt to the right. Dirt above. Dirt below. Luckily, you have a secret weapon. New Mr. Clean, he's mean. He hates dirt. New Mr. Clean gets rid of grease. New Mr. Clean polishes off stains. New Mr. Clean rubs out grime. No other kind of cleaner cleans like new Mr. Clean. No liquid, powder, detergent, cleanser, or soap. Nothing. Mission completed. Thanks to your secret weapon, new Mr. Clean. He's mean. He hates dirt.
I don't know what to think of that one. It was pretty good. I mean, I feel like they didn't hit their target audience. Because like mean and cool and kind of like 007 vibe. Back then, their target audience was women. And I don't think they hit it. So, Mr. Clean, you get 4 out of 5. Wait, not 4 out of 5. 4 out of 10. You got a 4 out of 10, Mr. Clean. Alright, so let's total up how the 1950s did. Okay, so the 1950s got a 4.3 out of 10. Moving on to the 1960s.
Harold, is the coffee all right?
Mm-mm.
You mean it's as bad as yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
No improvement at all?
Mm-hmm.
Harold, don't just shake your head. You've got to tell me what's wrong with the coffee.
Bad taste.
Now what am I going to do? Oh, Mary, hi.
Hello, Jane.
Listen, help me out, will you? Harold hates my coffee. What kind do you use?
Instant Folgers.
Instant Folgers?
Tastes good as fresh perked.
Good as fresh perked. I'll try it.
Gene, this coffee is delicious. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same kind we've been using, is it?
Mm-mm.
Don't just shake your head. Explain why the coffee's so good.
Good taste.
Okay, so they had a good storyline, but it was weird. Who just... that weird, like, bad taste. It's just such a strange response when somebody's like, what's wrong with it? But just imagine looking at your waiter after you order your food, and they're like, oh, how did you enjoy your food?
Bad taste.
I'm not a big fan of Folgers, but I won't let that get in the way of my expertise in judging commercials. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them 7 out of 10. Good job with storyline. I have to do one more.
Gee, I almost got a bullseye. Let's see if he's that. What's this? Oh, I never could beat Anne. Then we were on opposite sides in a toothpaste test. My side used Crest. Anne's side used the same toothpaste but without Floristan. And that's when I beat Anne, because my side had 21% fewer cavities with Crest.
In similar tests, Crest reduced cavities 34% and 42%. You know, more dentists recommend Crest than all other toothpastes combined.
Nice shooting, Anne.
Remember, the only toothpaste with over 12 years of tests that prove it reduces cavities is Crest.
What a weird premise for a commercial. She wants to beat her friend at things, so she's just like, hey, you can shoot a bow and arrow better than I can, but your breath stink. Crest toothpaste. I'm gonna give you 5 out of 10. You had a storyline, but it was weird. So let's total up the 60s now. 60s, you got a 5.8 out of 10. So you're getting pretty close to selling us stuff and making us buy stuff. We're starting to see some color in the commercials. I'm hoping for some interesting creative stuff. Here we go, 70s.
Mr. Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes cereal starts out.
Is the flake field?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn to golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know, great! Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's great.
Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
Is that where corny jokes came from? Could be. That was a good corny joke at the end with the shucks. It made me kind of want cornflakes. So I'm gonna give cornflakes 7 out of 10. Because I also think the fact that it was in color had a lot to do with why it just works better, especially for food. When you can see the color of the food, it makes it more appetizing.
Cost of living got you down.
Prices are so hot, I take a ladder to go shopping.
Cost of living got you down.
Money used to burn a hole in my pocket. Now it isn't even there long enough to get warm.
That's such a sad joke. Oh, this guy's face. He looks like he's suffering.
There's one bargain left in town.
Campbell's Soups. Try chicken with rice. Best parts of the chicken, fluffy rice, and 2 chicken stocks for extra flavor. About 6 cents a 7-ounce serving.
Sit right down and get your Campbell's worth.
Oh, Campbell's. That's right. And their selling point is our food is cheap. We have cheap canned food. People couldn't afford food, so Campbell's is the answer, I guess. It made me sad. 2 out of 10. 70s, you got a 5.6. Moving on to the 80s. I think we're about to get some interesting commercials now.
We got a zigzagged ship that'll make you sing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges got zigzag zing. Zigzag zing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges got a zing of their own. Put that zigzag thing in your zigzag zone. Zigzag zing. Zigzag zing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges gonna make you swing. 'Cause Ruffle's brand potato chips got zigzag zing.
Okay, Ruffles. That's a brand that I know. That was some interesting colors for the commercial. They're very pink in the background. I don't know if that was just something that went wrong in exporting it or something, or if the commercial was actually like that. But it had a jingle. It had a vibe. It was fun. They were at the zoo eating Ruffles. Sort of memorable as well with the animals and whatnot. Ruffles, you get 6 out of 10.
Okay, Jonathan, we're sending you back in time. Before television, radio, even before soft drinks. Careful. Anything you do could change history. Mum's the word. Activate time travel mode to the year 1885. He's there. Hey, where's my Pepsi? Oh no, he took it. Relax, Smith. What could 12 ounces of Pepsi possibly change? Yeah, what could happen?
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
No way, they took a shot at Coca-Cola on that? I love that. Oh my god. Okay, 10 out of 10.
Oh my God! Wow!
It's the first 10 out of 10. To be honest, I prefer Coke. I don't drink soda, but if I were to drink soda, I would prefer a Coca-Cola, but not anymore. They had great storytelling. I had a vibe, right? I mean, I don't know why I'm using vibe so much in this video, but apparently it matters to me and it matters to commercials. And it's memorable. I'm not gonna forget that commercial. I'm gonna tell people about that commercial. I just wish that they would air that for a Super Bowl ad. I'll pay for it, but I can't afford a Super Bowl ad. We'll pay for it, me and the people. We have a new decade in the lead. That's right, the 1980s takes the lead by a long shot with a score of 7.5 out of 10. You earned it, 80s. I think you had the best commercials so far. And now we're gonna move on to the 90s. Now, I was born in the 90s, but most of the things I remember are from the 2000s. So let's kick off the 90s.
Right now at Hollywood Video, this movie is guaranteed to be waiting for you to rent.
Sometimes grown-ups need to lie. If I'd have told Mommy she looked like a cow, it would have hurt her feelings. You're the victim here, starved for affection, driven into the arms of another man.
7.
Yeah, whatever. There's no such thing as a weaker sex.
Liar, Liar, guaranteed to be in stock only at Hollywood Video. Want entertainment? Go to Hollywood. Hollywood Video.
I miss Hollywood Video. If you're watching this and you don't know the experience of going in and renting a movie, obviously it's more convenient now, but the vibe of actually going and experiencing that is something that's very nostalgic to me. But as a commercial goes, it felt like more of a commercial for the movie Liar Liar. I mean, yeah, you have it in stock, but like, sorry Hollywood Video, there's a reason you went out of business. Hollywood Video, 3 out of 10. 90s, we are not off to a good start. Kind of going back and forth on these at this point. No second guessing myself. The score is the score.
Can I have half? The new classic bacon double. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
So I guess this was a Halloween. I'm just watching Halloween commercials at this point. They didn't do that good of a job. I mean, it was interesting the way they shot it. It was a cool POV, but they didn't get to the point till the end. Like I didn't know what brand this was for until the end of the video. And they didn't sell me on anything at the end of the commercial. It was just a guy holding a knife to his friend to try and rob him of half of his burger. So 2 out of 10. 90s, I'm sorry. I was born in the 90s. I want to support you, but 3.8 out of 10. You guys got to step up your making me want to buy things game. On to the 2000s.
Go meat! Go meat! I said a beef hot links. 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 I said a brat beef kielbasa hot smoked sausage cheddar wurst. I said a brat beef kielbasa hot smoked sausage cheddar wurst. When I say Hillshire, you say farm. Hillshire farm. Go meat.
Hillshire Farms, that was actually pretty good. You hit your target audience of bros grilling hot dogs in their yard. They chant together, it's a good time. It shows the hot dogs getting grilled. Looks like a summer day outside. They all have yards. I'm gonna say good job. Hill Farms. 7 out of 10. Moving on.
When a cold chill begins to burn at your very soul, that's the sweet touch of love. Oh, when just a drop of a name begins to sting your very toe, that's the sweet touch of love. Oh yeah. Just the thought of not seeing you would blow my mind. Oh, that's the sweet touch of love. Oh yes it is. I was about to give up, but you came just in time.
Axe. That was not an acceptable commercial to put out into the public. How do these things just get forgotten? I don't know what to rate it. I think it's a 1. I can't believe that was their commercial. Let's total up the 2000s score. So 2000s, you got a 5.1 out of 10. We're gonna now move on to the 2010s.
Pizza place, hold please. You're holding for pizza. And wasting your life Yes, wasting your life.
Let's go to Little Caesars and grab a hot and ready pizza.
Don't listen to your wife. Keep waiting and holding and waiting forever.
All right. Introducing Little Caesars Hot and Ready Pretzel Crust Pizza. A large pizza with a creamy cheddar cheese sauce topped with mozzarella, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend, all on a buttery, salted, soft pretzel crust for just $6 at Little Caesar.
Yeah, that felt very straight to the point. I think they did a good job. They displayed that their pizza can be picked up pretty quickly, and they showed the pizza, and it looked pretty good in the commercial. You're fibbing about what it looks like in real life, because I know it doesn't look like that, but Little Caesars, 7 out of 10. You kind of made me crave pizza. Here we go.
Old Spice Odor Blocker Body Wash is so powerful it can block BO for 16 hours. Its blocking powers is
I like Terry Crews.
so powerful it can block BO for 16 hours. Its blocking powers as powerful as me.
Yeah, it is.
Who said that? Is that my left bicep? No, it was my
Abdominals.
Odor Blocker Body Wash is too powerful to let this commercial in. Block! Building kit! Explosion! Power!
Old Spice commercial, just weird as ever. But I like Terry Crews. And because I like Terry Crews, I'm gonna let that influence the score. So we have Old Spice. Also, commercials are always entertaining. I feel like everyone is captivated. Old Spice, you get 7 out of 10. All right, 2010s, you got 5 out of 10. So the 2020s, time to start watching some special commercials.
Y'all, this Yay, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
I'm sure there's people out there that thought that was stupid, but that was genius. And obviously it worked out for him from what I saw, but it's to the point. And he's right, you know, they should just spend all the money on the commercial spot. Having a Super Bowl spot is huge, and it's him. So not only did he get all the publicity or get all the views from the Super Bowl, he gets all the views from everyone watching it over and over again. People posting about it. I'm pretty sure this is on a news source that I'm watching it right now. So Kanye, you might be the genius that you always have said that you are. Next 2020 commercial. Oh wait, no, I didn't give Kanye a score. Kanye, you got a 10 out of 10.
Yo, these are the bomb!
And they're air popped, not fried.
Popcorners! You're an artist.
Actually, Jesse, it's just basic ingredients. No, we don't eat our own supply.
Mr. White!
Jesse.
Everyone's gonna want to taste one of these. We call them popcorners. Type! We've got 6 signature flavors, Joe.
7! You make 7!
7 works.
Yeah.
That was a good commercial. If you've watched Breaking Bad, then obviously you connect with that commercial really well. But even if you haven't, it still gets the point across. So that's another 10 out of 10. 2020, my goodness, you guys are on fire. I almost forgot one last thing. Here we are, moment of truth. Still sticky. The egg is now actually room temperature.
Let's do this.
There you have it, folks. That's why you watch this channel, for stuff like that. You don't get the dissection of commercials on any other channel. This is where I debunk. So I hold the score for 2020s. Looking over my notes now. Wow. Didn't expect it to be that close, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time we announce the winner. It was fun watching all these commercials, but there could only be one decade that was the best at making us buy stuff. Back to the podium. With a score of 7.5 out of 10, the decade with the best commercials is the 80s. In close second, we have the 2020s with a 7.4 out of 10. It was very close. 2020s, you did a good job. Kanye kind of carried you, but overall, it was fun just watching all the commercials. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. And if you did, sell me this pen.